Vikrama to Salivagana is 3179 years. And there are many inscriptions that mention Salivagana Saka and also Kaliyuga, both in Vijayanagara Empire and any dynasty. You can see Paparambakam, Bhavani and Ayodhya. In Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh, there is an inscription that mentions both Kali era and Salivagana era. More than 40,000 inscriptions are there dated in Salivagana Saka mentioning the dynasty and kings. So from Vikrama and Salivagana we can say when Kaliyuga began. So Vikrama, because Vikrama born in 3000 Kali, it was mentioned Bhavishya Purana. And Jyotirvidaparanam mentioned that he was a contemporary to Vikramaditya and he started writing the text in 3068 Kali. And Salivagana Saka began in 78 Common Era. It was mentioned by many ancient astronomical texts. So we cannot alter. So it is definitely 3179 and 3044. It is proved by inscriptions and text also. And this is inscriptions of various dynasties. From ancient to modern, I mentioned, that is Pallava, I mentioned 2000 Kali. And Western Chalukya, Bhatami, Aihole, I mentioned, it date is after Mahabharata War, Kali 3735 and Saka era 556. And Kamarupa, that Nidhanpur I have mentioned. And Pandya dynasty I have shown Annamalai and Tirupurangundram, Kali 3871, 3864. There are inscriptions in Pandya dynasty that mentions the year in Saka. So we can definitely know which period belongs to Jadila Parandaka Pandya belongs. In the same way, Pandya's son-in-law, who is a Chera king, Kulasekara Ravivarma, he issued an inscription that was in Tamil Nadu, in Pandrutti, Tiruvadigai, Veerattaneswara temple. It mentioned Kali date as 4414 and Saka era 1235. That I have not mentioned, but it is there. I have a photocopy. I visited that temple. And this is Chola temple. I have mentioned Kali 4044, 4060, 4080 and 4083. There are more than 6 inscriptions that issued by Chola dynasty that mention their date in Saka era. So we can definitely know what is the period belonged to Chola. So from that we can calculate when Kaliyuga began. And this is Gaur dynasty, which I have shown. This is Kadamba of Goa. More than 10 inscriptions are there. Kadamba, who ruled Goa and other adjacent areas. Kali 4248 to 4357. And Hoysala, who ruled the Mysore area, southern part of Karnataka and Kongu region of Tamil Nadu and part of Chera, Chola kingdom. There are more than 10 inscriptions that mentioned Kali date from 4336 to 4442. These two dynasties issued many inscriptions that was mentioned in Salivagana and Saka era. So their period we can conclude from that Kaliyuga beginning we can calculate. And Kakatiya, who ruled the Telangana region, Warangal area, and Rudradeva is the last emperor of that Kakatiya dynasty. He issued an inscription that is Kali dated 4420, and many inscriptions of Kakatiya dynasty issued with Salivagana and Saka date. So that also it can prove. Then coming to Vijayanagara, the famous Vijayanagara Empire, more than 60 inscriptions that were mentioned Kali date 4443 to 4839, and nearly 50 inscriptions are dated in Salivagana Saka name itself. So Vijayanagara Empire period we know strongly. So from that we can calculate when Kaliyuga began. And Tanjavur Maratha people who ruled Tanjavur area, they are the close relative of Chhatrapati Shivaji. So their period we know based on Shivaji's period. More than 40 inscriptions are there. In Tanjavur Pragadishwara temple, you can see many number of inscriptions dated in Kaliyuga. Kali 4784 to 4993. And Mysore, Udayar inscriptions, who ruled Mysore and Kongu region of Tamil Nadu. More than 15 inscriptions are there with Kaliyuga date 4780 to 4876. There are inscriptions in Saka era also for them. And Mughal, it's an important inscription. In Tamil Nadu, it mentions Delhi Sultan, Delhi King Alamgir, Aurangzeb. and its date is Kali 4800 and Saga era 1621. We know the period of Aurangzeb. So based on that, we know when Saga era started, 78 Common Era. So from that we can strongly, not even variation of single year, we can calculate Kaliyuga beginning. And the Sultan of Kashmir, I have shown Bhuvaneshwari inscription in Srinagar Taluk, Srinagar district, Kali 4530. I have shown photocopy. Then Bijapur Sultan, Ibrahim Shah. We know his period. Kaliyuga 4717 and Saga era 1540. And the most important thing is, it is an inscription in Nalgonda district of Telangana. It mentioned 3 era. It was issued by Raja Srinivasa Rao Bahadur. So it mentions Kaliyuga date 4989, Saga 1810. It is not only that, the most important thing is it mentioned Hijri era. We know when Hijri began. We cannot alter. If you want to alter, you have to alter the Saudi Arabian chronology also. So Hijri 1306, strong proof.